This is Daily Treasures with words of comfort, encouragement, and hope from the Word of God. Here is Dr. Nick Venditti with today's devotional.
February 18, Serving God, Not Wealth. Welcome to Daily Treasures from the Word of God. Today's reading is Luke chapters 13 through 16. Our lesson is from Luke 16, 13, 14. No servant can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and wealth. Now the Pharisees, who were lovers of money, were listening to all these things and were scoffing at him. There were times that Jesus was radical in his teachings. He used parables and stories to illustrate truths. The verses previous to our text had to do with the unfaithful steward. The central truth in this parable is that faithfulness is measured by the relationship one has with God. Let's view the three characteristics about the unfaithful steward. The first characteristic about the unfaithful steward is that he was dishonest. There are different phases to his dishonesty. It began with a lie. Then he had to continue the lie so as not to be discovered. After this, the unfaithful steward began to steal from the owner by conspiring with the debtors to charge them less. The second characteristic about the unfaithful steward is that he was shrewd. Through his cunning ways, he convinced the debtors to be a part of his conspiracy to embezzle some money. He called the debtors together and changed the figures to reflect less money. He stole from his boss. In no way does Jesus condone this type of behavior. Rather, he warns about the craftiness of the non-believers. The final characteristic about the unfaithful steward is that he loved wealth. It was because of this that he stole from his boss. He knew that if the boss found out about his plan, he would be fired. If this were to happen, the unfaithful steward would be in a financial bind. This is the way he justified his actions. It is interesting to note that the Pharisees were identified with the unfaithful steward, according to this passage. The Pharisees, like the unfaithful steward, loved money. In summary, the unfaithful steward was dishonest, the unfaithful steward was shrewd, and the unfaithful steward loved wealth. Let us take heed to this lesson. Money is not intrinsically bad, but we need to be careful about loving money. Let's not be like some of the Pharisees. They looked good on the outside, but were rotten on the inside. They said that they were serving God, but in reality, they were serving riches. Christ makes it very clear that we cannot serve two masters. As believers, there is no room for serving one unless we serve the Lord with all our heart. Ask the Lord to help you if your heart is torn between other things and devoting yourself entirely to Him. The decision you make can bring great benefits to your relationship with Him. It has been a pleasure to share with you daily treasures from the Word of God. Tomorrow's Bible reading is Luke 17 through 20. Let's not forget the words of the psalmist. The law of your mouth is better to me than thousands of gold and silver pieces. Until tomorrow, and may God bless you in abundance as you study the Word of God.